Well, hey, life groups. If you're getting back together already here in September, I suspect for some of us as groups, it's maybe been a little bit of a break in the summer and maybe you're just starting to reconvene or maybe you've had chances to connect. But either way, I hope you're looking forward to the season ahead of us and maybe really re-engaging the life group rhythms and just catching up, sharing life, and also seeing how we can uniquely grow in our faith and our following of Jesus in and through community, because that's so much of what our life groups are all about. And just for a bit of a recap from this past Sunday, this Sunday after Labor Day marked Vision Sunday for us, where we sort of have this annual rhythm of recentering ourselves on our shared vision as a community. And this time around, I shared with some teaching on one proverb from the book of Proverbs that we've referenced oftentimes when we speak about vision around our church. But in Proverbs 29:18, where it says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." That it's kind of getting at how we need to be reminded of a vision for our lives somewhat regularly to not just kind of drift in life into things that aren't as good for us. And I sort of unpacked perishing, meaning our lives may be running wild with chaos and confusion. And I also talked about the second half of that proverb where it says, "But blessed are those who heed wisdom's instruction." That there actually is a wisdom and a vision that can guide our lives into the life that God has for us, here described as the life of blessing, the life of love, the life of peace, joy, and contentment. And really the crux of all of this and what we wanted to share this weekend is that when it comes to having a vision for our lives and our church together, an even better translation of the word vision in this proverb is actually revelation. That where there is no revelation, we can tend to perish, we can drift, we can miss out on the life of blessing, because it's referring to God's revelation for our lives. And friends, that revelation is found in Jesus. That Jesus actually is God's full and exact revelation, and Jesus shows us the way, the truth, the life, what life is all about to lead us into his abundant life of blessing. And that is what our church is about. Knowing Jesus, following Jesus, and letting his life of love flow through us. And so I invite you to unpack that a little bit together, to talk about what it's like to recenter our lives on Jesus as our vision. You can use conversation starter resources to help you have a guided conversation. And I also really want to encourage you to be a part of the regular rhythm coming up this season. Coming on Sundays, I mentioned that we're going to start studying the book of Revelation. I think it's going to be quite compelling and makes for some great conversation, so participate in that. We also have a community reading plan on the horizon to coincide with that journey. So hopefully lots of resources to help you, but most of all, we're just praying for you to have God's Spirit at work among all of you as a group, as a community, sharing life and faith together. So have a great conversation and a great week.